Hi, I'm Kate Paul, and your agent with Heart, and I am coming to you from right here, beautiful Boulder, Colorado, the base of the Flatirons, my hometown, which is also my target market. And we are a wealth creation mastermind that comes together on Monday mornings to inspire each other with prayer, positivity, and fun. And my goal, too, in this mastermind is that we would create referral partners for our businesses. So whether you are in Colorado or another state or another part of the world, don't worry, because all of the things that we talk about here will apply to all real estate professionals. And whether you're a broker or a lender or whatever you do in the industry, you're all welcome. And we stand on this one verse that kind of drives the whole thing, which is Mark 11:24. And it's Jesus speaking, and he said, "Therefore, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe you have received it, and it will be yours." So we have this mindfulness of belief that we've already received it. We'll start out with a scroll from Og Mandino's Greatest Salesman in the World. And please chime in if you have any questions or thoughts about anything. But let's do the scroll marked 2, which is, "I will greet this day with love in my heart." This one helps me so much. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a setting where I kind of, before I even open my mouth, I just think to myself, I will greet this meeting with love in my heart. "For this is the greatest secret of success in ventures. I will make love my greatest weapon, and none on whom I call can defend against its force. I will love the sun, for it warms my bones. I will love rain, light, darkness, happiness, sadness, rewards," turning the mindset from negative to positive. Is it not so that birds, the sea, all nature speaks with the music of praise for their Creator God? Cannot I speak with the same music to his children? Henceforth will I remember this secret, and it will change my life. How will I act? Love all manners of men. Tear down the wall of suspicion and hate. I will love the ambitious, for they can inspire me. Love the failures, so they can teach me. Love the meek, the rich, the poor, the young, the old, the beautiful, the ugly. And how will we react to the actions of others? Well, my shield, repulse the arrows of hate and the spears of anger, adversity, discouragement. And the shield will protect me in the marketplace, sustain me, uplift me, will become stronger and more protective." Ooh, I love it. In silence, say to yourself, "I love you." When you meet somebody, just say to yourself, "I love you." It opens up the possibility to love. "And who is there who will say nay to my sales when my heart feels love?" So I'll greet this day with love in my heart. I will love myself, my body, my mind, my soul, my heart. Self-love is so important. I love all mankind. At the end, he says, "With love, I will increase my sales 100-fold and become a great salesperson. If I have no other qualities, I can succeed with love alone. Without it, I will fail. Though I possess all the knowledge and skills of the world, I will greet this day with love and I will succeed." Ooh, so good. The new book that we have just started is called The Power to Change. I'll be offering my personal Cliff Notes view of this chapter as well as quotes from the author. I choose to learn and grow at life from a Christian worldview. Regardless of your spiritual beliefs, all are welcome to this mastermind. What speaks to me isn't necessarily what speaks to you in this chapter or in life. As we go through this study, consider the helpful suggestions offered by the author as life-giving words we can speak into others. Let's not be a reservoir of knowledge, but a river of life. Groeschel, author of Winning the War in Your Mind, a New York Times bestselling author and founding and senior pastor of Life Church, it's one of the largest churches in the world and creator of the free YouVersion Bible app. I heard him preach on this book a few weeks ago at my church, and it inspired me to choose it for our next study. Craig's introduction to the book maps out his life experience with trying to make positive change while being met with frustration, lack of willpower, exhaustion, powerlessness, embarrassment, regret for not achieving it. He helps the reader by admitting he's been there, and we can relate. He lays the map for learning how to change the right way by mastering the habits that matter most. Are you frustrated by wanting to change some aspect of you, your life, your business, but willpower weakens? Do you want to change but get spiritually, emotionally, physically, and mentally exhausted? Feel shame for settling for less? Getting to the point of embarrassment and regret, forming an internalized sense of failure? Craig's example was he wanted to start eating healthy. By evening, he'd dip into the chips and then ice cream, and then by the morning, he felt terrible about himself. And he determined that the problem was a deficit of power. So Isaiah 40:29, I put in here. He didn't have it in the book, but I thought it was appropriate. Isaiah 40:29. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. So the first point, starts and stops, is what he calls them. So how often have you wanted to make change by starting or stopping something? For example, I'm going to stop, insert the action. I'm going to stop stressing out. I'm going to stop worrying. I'm going to stop being late. I'm going to stop procrastinating. I'm going to stop negative self-thoughts. Or maybe you're going to start something. I'm going to start losing weight. I'm going to start building my book of business. I'm going to start exercising. You start or stop something and then fail to make that something change. And all those loser feelings come flooding back in, sometimes leading you to lose sight of your goals, dreams, or aspirations by throwing up your hands in defeat. So his second point is, and these are his words of encouragement, don't accept the starts and stops for who you are. First thing he says is, you are capable of change. Second is, God does answer prayers. And the third is, you are not trapped. So the book is written to help us to master the habits that matter most. Each of the 5 parts or chapters of this book is a foundational concept to make change happen. 1 is self-discovery, 2, training, 3, habits, 5, today's reality for tomorrow's success, like the reap-sow concept in the Bible. 5 is harnessing God's power. And then within each part are subparts. Containing in the pages is 28 exercises for us to engage and apply, and 28 principles lending encouragement and inspiration for change. And of course, supporting Bible verses. For the next 27 weeks, we'll uncover the power to change. And what I liked about this book is it is a white book. I took the cover off of it. So all the images that you see online, oops, I'm trying to show it. All the images you see online is that it's red, but it's actually a white book with red writing on the binding. And I love paper books. I'm not into the Kindle at all, but that's just me. So I think you can get either one. The first exercise is based on 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, the new creation has come, the old has gone, the new is here. So lay some groundwork. Write down that which you want to start or stop again. And I know even if you've failed at it in the past, that's okay. But still, give yourself a clean slate. So don't give up on your dreams and goals due to past failure. Give yourself grace and a new beginning. So if you're not driving or whatever, get out a piece of paper and answer these 3 questions. 1, write down at least one start in which you want lasting change, so a start. Then the other is, write down at least one stop in which you want to stop doing forever. And then thirdly, this was a tough one for me. If God told you he would miraculously change one thing in you right now, what would you want it to be? So if God told you that he would miraculously change one thing in you right now, what would you want it to be? I think this will be a good stretch for me, the power to change, to really dig in and see where God's wanting me to do some change. This is our lead into next week's study, part 1, Who Not Do. That's the name of the part. It's called Who Not Do. And Isaiah 43:19 says, "For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland." So principle 1 is to experience change that lasts, focus on who, not what. So this concludes our mastermind for today. Join us for the next 27 episodes as we unwrap the power to change. How God's power, not our willpower, leads to true transformation. The real reasons you do what you do, why falling isn't failure, and the power of creating small habits that lead to big change, and how to choose what you want most over what you want now. Whether you want to grow in your business and sales, lose weight, get out of debt, read the Bible more, give up an addiction, the step-by-step strategies in this book will equip you to make the changes you long to make. Become who you really are, the successful real estate professional that I know you are. That's it. Thanks for coming. See you next week.